People are dying in history to protect your rights. And now we have those rights because people died for them. And we got this as a result. Look at this shit. I mean, she looks fucking disgusting. People died for her right to make this face. People died for her right to get pounded in the back of a fucking bus by multiple men in the same span of 15 minutes. People had their legs blown off in combat for her to have the right to make this face. And this is where we are now. This is the future of humanity. So Bonnie Blue, holy jump scare, huh? Look at this. Bonnie Blue looking like Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's, getting all close in my face like that. Absolutely terrifying. Bonnie Blue, you know, let's talk about the 7 deadly sins. Bonnie Blue, right? She is a procurer of lust. She's a lustful person. They say lust is a deadly sin. And it is a deadly sin. You do go to hell for getting 30 bodies in 30 minutes, right? And that's something that she does. But you also have to admit that lust is a deadly sin because it's literally deadly, you know? When your vagina has maggots and flies flying in and out of it from the various biohazardous fluids that you're exchanging with hundreds of people every single day, creating germs, bacteria, diseases that flies are attracted to, you might die from the diseases you're getting first. So it's literally deadly from that. Bonnie Blue's most disturbing stunt yet.
Bonnie Blue's recent stunt is her most twisted yet. It shouldn't be possible, but somehow it is. It's been a rough 12 months when it comes to Bonnie Blue, but right now, I think the discourse is at an all-time low. We've got some of her fellow OnlyFans demons comparing her to Rosa Parks, and somehow, in this last week, she's actually been playing up to this comparison. She's in the back of a bus.
Oh my god, the bang bus. Bonnie Blue's bang bus. Yeah, get a flat tire. You know what I'm saying? You can't have this thing on wheels.
Bang bus specifically.
Let's hope that the driver gets lost when he's driving the bang bus. Bonnie Blue's in the bang bus. You got 50 down bad dudes in the bang bus. But let's just hope this driver, the GPS fucks him up. He makes a wrong turn and he's in Saudi Arabia. And the Saudis, they're like, can we check your truck? And they see Bonnie Blue, no hijab, dick in her mouth. Immediately, Allahu Akbar the fucking bus. That would be a giant win for humanity.
I think it's probably fair to say that her rights are being violated back there. So, you know what?
And if the Bonnie Blue bang bus crashes into us.
This is
What is molesting in my ears right now?
where it all began for Bonnie, and obviously recently she ain't been that active, so she is probably hungering for souls. The effort she's putting into this is slightly foreboding because she is popping up basically.
It is truly sad. This had to have been designed by a human being who had like an art degree and was like, you know, I'll grow up and be a painter. And then you just grew up designing the graphic design for Bonnie Blue's Bang Bus. What a demonic world we live in, bro.
For souls. The effort she's putting into this is slightly foreboding because she is popping up basically everywhere.
Can you do that to me?
What?
Can you do that to me?
Anytime.
Let's
You
go.
gonna bring your dad?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Scan the QR code to get involved? Where's my phone? Can I actually scan this? I'm curious where this redirects me to. All right, someone scan this. Tell me where this goes. I'm not trying to join this, but realistically, what is like a Google form you gotta fill out?
I'm a dad. Oh, I've just met Bonnie Blue. What the hell?
No.
Yo, shut the fuck up talking about, I just met Bonnie Blue. What? Dude, go home. Go home. Go to bed. Do a fucking, like, Kahoot. Or do a Wordle. Have fun with your life. Don't do this.
There's probably a joke about putting the hoe in Soho there, but I'm not going to go down that path because that would be disgusting. What I'm more concerned with, though, is what she's going to be doing on this tour. Because that whole thing, especially in the media, is to dress up what she's doing as like a safe alternative. In fact, just this week, she went on a podcast and she explained this.
18-year-olds, when they lose their virginity, it's an unsafe environment. They've probably been drinking. They're under the influence. They haven't discussed consent. They haven't discussed the choking, the hair pulling and all of that. And that could be damaging for him.
With that in mind, she is offering to let them climb into the back of a van. I don't really know many people who are going to be out on fresh... Well, I don't know.
Isn't that the entire point of losing your virginity, though? Like, it's your first time and you have no idea what you're doing, and so you learn. It's like the tutorial, you know? You just seeing a girl naked, you see all these body parts that you've heard about, and now you're seeing them, you can touch them and stuff, and you gotta figure out what you can and can't do. You don't need Bonnie Blue to instruct you. You don't need a sex coach to have sex for the first time. Like, I feel like when you're losing your virginity, part of, like, the excitement is that you have no idea what's happening and it's your first time, you know? Like, she's literally saying,
Choking, the hair pulling and all of that.
yeah, you know, I have to be here to show you how to properly do hair pulling. What the fuck why does that even need to be taught, though? Like, it's hair pulling. You just pull it. It's hair, you pull it. What the fuck?
And that could be damaging for him.
With that in mind, she is offering to let them climb into the back of a van. I don't really know many people who are going to be out on Freshers. Well, I don't know many people on Freshers. I don't know anyone on Freshers. The point is people ain't going to be out on Freshers sober, so I don't know what she's expecting. And with what she's offering, I don't actually know what could be more damaging than that. It's arguably the worst case scenario for an 18-year-old. But clearly that don't matter because she is on tour right now.
Oh my God. Yo, why does she have like a sizable crowd here?
So there's probably something wrong with these t-shirts, and she is going to reveal that down the line. Despite that, though, people across the country are snapping them up.
That's insane. Bonnie Blue's gate crashed Newcastle. Yo, UK, you guys need to be investigated, bro. Why are UK men so down bad? You know what I'm saying? She's only fucking dudes in the UK, and she's got these lines that are longer than Black Friday sales, and it's disturbing that these young men are not comfortable being around any other woman than Bonnie Blue for their first time. Dude, whatever happened to, like, you know, sliding a note to the girl in front of the class that you find cute? I think you're cute. Can I get your number? Pass this forward, please. Pass this forward, please. You know, some sort of shit like that. Oh, man, romance is so dead.
T-shirts aside as well, it is foreboding that she is like slowly creeping down the country. There seems to be like this mutual fear amongst almost everybody that's seen these videos. Why is she getting closer? Every one of these videos I'm given, only 11k people feel that way. And she somehow even got whole academic institutions terrified. University silent as Stars Bang Bus approaches Oxford.
What?
Like how this makes her seem like some kind of being of pure cosmic horror. Only
Well, I would say she is.
168k people are feeling that way. It's probably nothing to worry about.
Million roofs, come with me, you're my new best friend. I like it.
People are running for Bonnie Blue and Weatherspoons. What the fuck are the names of these places? We got Weatherspoons, Newcastles, the Square Sale. Yo, British people, can you guys fix the names of your stores? Don't touch her, man. Please, you gotta get like a fucking vaccine after doing that.
Finding Freshers in a Weatherspoons is a bit like finding Bevo in a Bonnie Blue lineup. Kind of playing unfair there, just a little bit. And it's hard to tell how much of this is fake, although she is here taking photos with 18-year-olds. Probably wouldn't have done that, mate. Probably not. Sadly, when it comes to it being real, I have come across something genuinely disgusting. I mean,
Dude, that... Wait, what?
in all these Bonnie Blue videos I've done, this might be the worst discovery.
What is
there
this?
is a lad on TikTok, he's 18, and his whole professional career is following her around.
Kiss or slap?
Oh, kiss. That's what 1,057 men taste like.
Ew!
Now he's traded...
Yo. Oh, God.
That's what 1,057 men taste like.
Yo, you need to be... Oh, man, I want to say some shit right now, bro. Go to jail.
Now he's traded 7 years off his life for that, and
Dude, look at these two people, bro. These two Aryans. Would Hitler would have wanted this?
by the look on his face, doesn't look like it was well.
No, it does not look like it was worth it. And also, like, Bonnie Blue, real shit, bro. You kiss this guy and you're immediately gonna say that's what 1,057 men taste like? Why would you do that to him? Why? You don't have to tell him that.
This lad is being compromised in real time, so it is kind of hard to know what to say. And the comments were equally shook, to be fair. What happened, Mush? Used to skate with you at the projects, bruv. Imagine losing contact.
Wait, what? That's one of his boys? Yo, bro, I haven't seen you at the skate park in minutes. What's going on? And you see this video? That's disgusting. You see the ghost of 1,000 nuts
With one of your
in your boy's mouth?
old mates, and this is how you reunite.
And if the Bonnie Blue Bang Bus.
So we'll ignore the caption, because at this point, he's already hit rock bottom. The comments are split. 25k people seem to think he looks like a lesbian mother of 4. I kind of got to disagree, though, because this guy looks about 12. There's this one photo on his Instagram, which is from the infamous Bonnie Blue school shoot. Bonnie Blue school shoot is a bit of an oversight in the marketing, to be fair, but we'll move on. The point is, he does look young, and the comments do seem to agree.
You are one of Bonnie Blue's 18-year-old victims.
Yes, not victim, because I enjoy it.
How did that come about?
She messaged me saying, do you want to
be in a video.
Now, with storytelling abilities like this, it's a wonder he's had to go down this path because he could have done anything really. Clearly, though, the freshly 18 gimmick on OF is very profitable. That's why so many people do it, and it's been enabled by...
Do you think this guy has a father? We talk about Bonnie Blue, and there's no chance she has a father, right? The dude who gets kissed by Bonnie Blue and then gets told that's what 1,057 men taste like, and then decides to not smack the dog shit out of Bonnie Blue, there's no way he's got a dad, right? I mean, there's just no way. Because if I was this guy's dad, I'm straight up like, I don't know, like I'm taking the Xbox away, you're sleeping on the floor, I'm sending you to like Iran, you know, maybe jail. Oh man, like I'm making sure you're getting a beating. There's no way he has a dad, because there's no way. There's no way.
Bonnie Blue, so we'll see what it's done to him.
You 18 when she messaged you? Okay.
In a school, not an actual school.
What was Bonnie Blue like to with?
Fun.
The charisma is emanating from him. I can't believe he's gone down.
I'm not gonna lie to you, they need to stop saying this stuff, because every time they say it, I think of it, and when I think of it, I smell it. When I hear Bonnie Blue, I cracked her, I think of that, and then I smell... It's fucking rotten. It's just like the smell of like tonsil stones and garbage and death and rotten eggs and smelly shit.
This path, really. There's a chance he asks her what her favourite colour is next, so we'll stay tuned for that if it ever comes out. That's about the best of it, because the rest of it is just boring, really. And when it's not boring, it is actually, it's borderline slanderous.
What letter name is the biggest freak in the sheets?
J.
Why J?
Just got a feeling.
But yeah, this story so far also has had an unhappy ending, because obviously this guy turned up at the bus. What else was he going to do?
And if the Bonnie
Bro.
Blue Bang bus crashes into us.
What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing, bro? In 2025, what are we as a species doing, bro? I'm telling you, I think of wars, when you open a textbook right now, go to your shelf, find a textbook in your house, open it to any page at all. There is something about strong men dying for your right. You have Americans dying for the Constitution. You got Chinese dying for, I don't really know what the Chinese Constitution is, but people are dying in history to protect your rights. And now we have those rights because people died for them, and we got this as a result. Look at this shit. I mean, she looks fucking disgusting. Hold on. Let me zoom in on this just so you know. People died for her right to make this face. People died for her right to get pounded in the back of a fucking bus by multiple men in the same span of 15 minutes. People had their legs blown off in combat for her to have the right to make this face. A bomb was dropped on a squad of fearless young men while the last thing they were able to think about was going home to their wife and children for Bonnie Blue to make this face. There is a death count in the tens of millions for wars fought for the future of humanity. And this is where we are now. This is the future of humanity. Bonnie Blue sticking out her fucking tongue while we got Ellen DeGeneres wearing a fucking backward hat showcasing the bang bus. This is what we have now. Think about it. Take a moment. Zoom out for a minute. Well, I just zoomed in, but let's zoom in for a minute just to zoom out. This is where we're at, okay? In humanity, this is where we are. CIA operations, war, strategic planning, bombings, targeted operations, literally tactical warfare, all for Bonnie Blue to get to do this. I don't know what to say anymore, man. And then she does this, and what happens? People take photos with her, and they say, "Oh my God, I'm a big fan." That's where we're at.
You're literally 8,300 years old, Bonnie. You gotta stop this. And in digging into all of this, I have come across some stuff that has completely contradicted what she said earlier. Because you know she does the gimmick, as I said, where she pretends this is a safe thing for 18-year-olds to do. Well, I found the Bonnie Blue documentary, and it turns out that internally, this is not what she actually thinks.
But then it's also a parent's responsibility to accept.
Yo, real shit, bro. Why the fuck is she so close to the camera? This is disgusting. Bro, she literally said the guy she kissed tasted 1,057 men, and now she decides to get 1 centimeter from the camera, so I feel like if I get too close to my monitor, I'm gonna get the taste of a fucking 1,057 men.
Hey, there's people in the world that do mass murders. Doesn't mean you do that.
Now, defending...
What are you saying?
your actions by comparing yourself to a mass murderer. It's an interesting choice. I wouldn't have done it personally. And I know I'm preaching to the choir at this point, but everybody is saying, imagine how our parents feel. Well, it turns out we don't need to anymore, because in this documentary, her mum actually did speak.
You know, she's not no daddy issues, she's not been abused and all these things that people insist that must have happened to her.
A bit of positivity to begin the documentary. We'll take it. We'll take it. Sadly,
Wait, I actually do think my watch costs more than hers.
That must have happened to her.
a bit of positivity.
It does. That's so sad, bro. Imagine having 1,057 men busting you and you can't even afford a piece better than mine.
To begin the
Yeah, but I don't want to go band for band with her, though.
documentary. We'll take it. We'll take
Loki, she would fucking flex on me, bro. I'd be broke.
it. Sadly, that's obviously not going to last.
Y'all think she fucked this dog, too?
Positivity to begin the documentary. We'll take it. We'll take it. Sadly, that's obviously not going to last because they quickly pivoted.
People like I know always liked us both, but then now think it's okay to put sort of
You failed as a mother. You're a drug-addicted bum who decided to raise a succubus.
like nasty comments.
Now, again, it probably...
Nasty comments. It's the nasty comments. Yo, whenever bitches talk about stop bullying and they're referring to a person that fucks barely legal 18-year-olds, you gotta say, no! Start bullying!
It goes without saying, but if you're living in like a small community and after years you come out with things like this that are plastered all over the internet.
What was it like after cleaning the gangbang of Bonnie's?
Messy.
Messy.
Yes.
Oh.
Very. Hundreds of condoms, boxer shorts.
Well, I imagine people are going to feel a certain way after that because it is whiplash, really. It is hard to get into the minds of these people, but I feel like if she did just support her, then it would be different. That's obviously not what's happening, though, because she is actively engaging in it and trying to justify it constantly.
Most of the time I just laugh because I'm like, do you know, if you could earn £1 million in a month, your morals would soon change and you'd get your bits out. I don't care.
It's not about morals. I mean, I feel like it's just about, like, safety. I mean, I feel like it's just about, like, talking to 18-year-olds, not about fucking and hair pulling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could still make millions of dollars a month on OnlyFans by fucking actual developed adults and not creating cum puddles that infect anybody in a 50-mile radius.
You all say they've got all these high morals.
Now, on one hand, there's high morals. On the other hand, there's driving around in a van, picking
Exactly!
up drunk 18
You don't even have to be a saint to make that much money. You just have to not do this.
year olds. And there's always the suspicion that she is just masking, you know, deep down she is really just hurting. Not that hard to believe, to be honest. And I think after what you're about to see, this may be the consensus. Because on this attempted comeback tour, Bonnie Blue has done a lot of podcasts, and I watched a clip from one of them. And the story she told, I don't really know how else to say it other than it is traumatizing.
I did a documentary recently and it showed a lot of facts. It showed a lot of the things I get up to. And I actually took my family to the screening. And some of the journalists was disgusted.
I mean, that's weird. Why are the journalists so sensitive there? Can't even watch your own adult content with your family anymore. I mean, the world has gone mad. I think to deep how weird this actually is, you do need to watch the documentary. And I don't recommend doing that. But it is quite literally full of explicit content around Bonnie specifically. Recommend doing that. But it is...
Why do you look like that?
Quite literally full of it.
Why does she look like... Yo, stop.
Watch your own adult content with your family anymore. I mean, the world has gone mad. I think to deep how weird this actually is, you do need to watch the documentary. And I don't recommend
I'm not
that,
joking. She looks like an NFT. Why does she look like an NFT or something? This is very strange, and I do not like any bit of this image.
Quite literally full of...
How old is she, bro? She's like, I don't know, 23 or something. Regardless of that, at any age, when you decide to make... I'm actually going to tilt my monitor up. Like, I'm going to, like, put this, like, oh my God. This is so fucked. I have like a 180 hertz monitor and it's being used for this fucking display. I don't like this.
Explicit content.
Holy Botox. Dude, listen, at the end of the day, Botox, no Botox, Botox, Bocox, more cocks, less cocks. She has every cock in the fucking world in her mouth. She's got all the oil and the fucking sludge and the mud put in her cheek fillers. Like, don't look at me like this. 1,000 Men and Me, the Bonnie Blue story. What's the story? The story starts and ends with jizz.
Around Bonnie specifically.
There's no story. Like, there's no message. There's no beginning, start, and end with the hero's journey. There's no villain archetype. You suck cock.
So with that in mind, this may be the worst humiliation ritual of all
It
time.
was hard to watch it with them, for sure it was.
Did you know it was going to be as explicit as it was?
I'd watched a rough edit and I knew there was going to be sex in there. I did not know it was going to be as explicit as it was. And I was thinking during it, like I was sat next to my dad, my grandma was there, my mum, my sister.
Why do you have a mic in your face? Like, who decided that we have to hear from you? No.
Her boyfriend. And there was times where I couldn't look at the screen. I had my head down.
What was that sensation that came up for you?
It was...
Bro, this guy's like an actual podcaster. What's this guy's name? Like,
I had my head down.
Chris something. His name's like Chris something. He has like he has real guests on here.
What was that sensation that came up for you?
It was me showing my pussy saying, I've just been railed by X man.
Acheeto, you can't be taking the rage bait. You're basically letting her get a reaction out of you. Okay, so let me ask you this. Is it truly bait if everything she's saying is true? Listen, Bonnie Blue gets on the mic and she talks about all the barely legal 18-year-olds that she fucked while paying for a bus that says Bonnie Blue's Gangbang Bus Tour, while posting about it on TikTok, while kissing guys who then she goes and says that you've just tasted 1,057 men. When all of this is true, is it bait? Is it bait? Bait meaning not true. No, because it is true. Bait definition. Let's make sure we know what we're talking about here. Bait. Deliberately annoy or taunt someone. Okay, well, I guess she is trying to do that, so maybe I am taking the rage bait. But when I think bait, I think that it's not true. But it is all true, so I am enraged.
People.
I think by this point...
Like, here's the problem, right? Is like you have actual podcasters putting this in front of me, and you're telling me that I shouldn't get upset.
There's me showing my pussy saying, I've just been railed by X amount of people.
I think by this point we do know that most of those people are already too far gone. But bring in grandma. Come on, mate. She don't deserve that. Even weirder, though, is when they asked her to describe how she felt. She couldn't do it. And I think this may be proof that Bonnie Blue cannot feel emotions.
That's what was on the screen. What was the sensation that came up for you when you were sat in the seat?
I just felt a bit sick. And it wasn't because of what I'd done. It was just, this is the first time my family have really been exposed to this right now, when they're sat front row in like this cinema room and they've got journalists behind them.
I'm going to just keep my sort of foot on this point for a second.
Yeah.
Beyond feeling sick, what was the emotion that came up? Like, what was the feeling? What was the sense beyond physically how it manifested in your body?
I was just hoping like my dad was okay. Like, I think...
Again, that's not an emotion.
It is a bit like a droid in real time trying to work out. I'm glad she is concerned about her dad, though. She only brought him to the premiere of this documentary. Again, you'd have to watch it to understand. Maybe some of you have. I don't recommend it. All I know is I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
Apart from literally feeling sick and thinking like, oh my gosh, I hope my dad's okay. That was all that was going through my mind and what I was feeling.
What were you worried he might feel?
I don't know, like potentially be disgusted, potentially think this is too
humiliated?
Much. Yeah,
you mentioned
possibly.
Front row, so they've got journalists looking at them. So was that feeling of like exposure?
Journalists behind? Yeah, it was hard, and I would just like I always want to protect my dad. Like my dad is super sweet.
Was super sweet. I can imagine this event did change him. I just can't believe we're here. You know, every single video, it does get worse somehow. I don't know how much longer this can go on for, so like and sub, because we will be there. And with that said, I'll leave you with one more quote.
What do you think is bothering them? Do you prefer me to do a cooking show and a yoga retreat?
Yeah, bro, how do I say this? Like, you need to go to jail for a very long time and never be allowed to access a microphone, a camera, a penis, a vagina, and the human existence would be better off if you were not, I would say, put in the spotlight. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!